What are you doing out here, sir? You lost?
Just doing a little hunting.
This movie on the surface, when I first got, the information, I thought, okay, this is one of these smaller movies, few characters, few locations, one very focused situation. But when I saw the movie, it really is so much more than that. Can you talk to that?
Nice, thank you for that, putting it there.
It's hard to follow to that introduction. No, look, to me, Desierto arose from this desire to talk about a subject matter that I believe is very important, which is this idea of both migration, but also the rhetoric of hatred there is towards migrants, But it wasn't until a couple years later that I thought it'd be really interesting to approach this story through genre, because that way it wouldn't be through rhetoric and discourses that you would talk about the subject matters, but through the pure experience that you would bring the audience into.
Oh, now you're catching on.
Your character is scary, but not just because of what he's doing. He's scary because of the desperation that you communicate in that performance. Tell me about that character, and where do you think that desperation comes from?
Well, a lot of it just came from Jonas. I think, I don't know if I've ever spent as much time communicating with the director as I did him, because, my character doesn't talk hardly at all in this film. I think that you see some swings with Sam that weren't in the script, but I think came about in talking to Jonas. And we had come up with a whole backstory, for Sam too. And a lot of it had to do with justifications or more excuses to why he can do the thing or why he does the things that he does.
Point of departure is a very, elemental thing. I mean, the journey, He's going back to his home, to visit his son, to be with his son. By telling this story through elements of action, well, you get to apply all that angst in a physical way. And therefore, the physicality helps you, brings the emotion naturally. The exhaustion, the desperation, the tiredness, brings immediately a complex sort of reaction of emotions that is what you act upon.
You and Gael have a great showdown. And because the movie follows basically the two of you. When you guys finally get together in the filming, in the production, it's one of those classic, veteran actors going at it. Did you guys prepare for that?
Well, it's funny because I heard Jonas talk about this. He says that he kept us away from each other during the making of the film. And matter of fact, the day we shot, we very much kind of isolated ourselves on one side of the desert and the other until they were ready to shoot.
It is quite memorable. I remember we shot it so many times as well, where our voices were completely gone.
Sam had some emotions in that final scene that weren't written.
It's an interesting moment of, almost a stellar moment of humanity,
That's acting opposite somebody that really knows what they're doing.
Welcome to the land of the free.